Today we are doing a landing page makeover for a sales page. Keep on watching. Hi, my name is Hanne from Thrive Teams, and in this video we're gonna take a look at one of the sales pages that our customers send in, and we're gonna do a complete before and after of this sales page. We're gonna redo the design, but I'm also gonna show you the conversion elements that we added to the page to make it more appealing and hopefully to increase sales. Let's have a look at the original page. So here, as you can see, this is the Live in Motion guide page. Above the fold, we have a bold title asking if something happened to blank, my blank would have no idea where to find everything. And this is actually quite an interesting title because you have to think about it a little bit. Then we have a video, a buy now button, a title, Live in Motion takes the guesswork out of getting your affairs in order. Now we have an image of the product, so this is the Live in Motion guide. Then we have the different elements that you can actually find in the product, and this is a toggle element. Next up is an element that shows the inside of the document, and then we have some testimonials, and that's what the page looks like right now. Now let's see what we changed. So this is the new page. I'm quickly going to scroll through it, and then I'm going to tell you for each element why we chose this one. On the new page, we kept the title because, like I said, it's pretty captivating. But we put the video much bigger because when I looked at the video the first time, I thought, this is actually the main argument for this sales page. It's a really good video that hits the pain points of the products very well, but it was like this tiny little video that was kinda, you could easily miss it, and that's why we put it very upfront on the above the fold section. Next up we have the buy now button, and then we rearranged the elements a little bit to make the image more appealing and to make sure that the important elements stood out. So explaining what the book actually does. Next up, I used one of the phrases that Karen was using in her video, but that she didn't use on her sales page anymore, because this was one of the biggest problems, and it's something that you see in a lot of sales pages. This sales page was relying entirely on the video, but if somebody didn't watch the video, the nice copy that was in the video wasn't found on the sales page anymore, so we fixed that. So this is a title that has been added on this background section that really stands out, and so it says, feel confident and relieved knowing there will be no guessing, deciphering or scrambling in case of emergency. Next up, Karen already had the different elements that could be found in the guide, but they were kind of hidden in this tab element. While this is one of the most important things to convince people that this book is what they need, that this workbook is what they really need. So what we did was take her copy, but make it more appealing and easily readable for the audience. So here you can see that the different chapters have been put more in the spotlights. And then Karen had this element where you could see the inside of the guide, but the problem was that this was actually a widget that took people kind of away from the website. So when you finished clicking through this widget, you could actually go browse other books, and you also had links on there to like discover other ebooks. And this is not something that you want to do on your sales page. You want to make sure that you don't send your people somewhere else. You want to make sure that they stay on your sales page and that the only thing they are concentrated on is buying your product. So that's why we also added a buy now button here, because there was only one buy now button on the original page. Next up are the testimonials. There were already testimonials on the page, and that's always a good thing on a sales page. But what's a pity with the testimonials is that there is no name and no context for these testimonials. The more information you can give around your testimonials, the more believable they will be. So at least if you can add a name and maybe a profession or maybe the city where people are from, if you have a picture, that's even better. But the more real you can make these testimonials, the more impact they will have. So that's why in this testimonial design we added the name and the profession, or maybe the city of the person, so that Karen can fill this out on her real sales page. The next section is something that was completely missing from the sales page, and this was really a pity for the sales page, and I believe that it could make a real big change in sales. Because like I said, the video was really interesting, and especially Karen shared some of her personal story and the reason why she created this live in motion guide. But then again, we couldn't find it on the page anymore, and we couldn't find any information about her anymore. And you always have to think that people might arrive on your sales page without knowing you. It might be the very first time that they arrive on your website, and that's something people often forget. So that's why we added this about the author section with Karen's story, so that when somebody looks at this sales page, even when they don't watch the video or don't watch the complete video, they can know why Karen is the one that made this book, why she created it, and why she has the expertise to do so. And as always, on any landing page, we want to make sure that we repeat the call to action at the bottom of the page. Because imagine somebody scrolled all the way down, they were interested enough in your product. You want to make sure that you make it as easy as possible to buy from there. So you don't want them to have to scroll back up in order to get this product. Now, one thing that we also did is when we first saw the original version that Karen sent us, there was a lead generation form at the end of the sales page. And while it might feel like a good idea to convince people to sign up for a free chapter when they are not ready to buy, when you put this on your sales page, it's actually again getting people away from your sales page, and you don't want to do that. So what we did was we added an exit intent lightbox on this sales page. Now, this means that when somebody tries to leave your sales page, they will see this lightbox pop up, and there you can ask them to sign up for a free chapter. This has both advantages. You're not sending people away from your sales page, so you make sure that your landing page is concentrated on only one goal, and you can still offer this free chapter and capture people's email address and maybe convince them later to buy your product. Now let's do a short recap of what we learned for this sales page. So first of all, we made the video that was actually the best element on this sales page bigger so that it stands out and that people really want to click on it. We've added several buy now buttons so that it becomes again easier for people to buy the product. We used design to make the content of the guide clear for everybody who visits the page, and we've added a very important section, the About the Author section, on this sales page. I hope you liked this before and after, and that you learned something to improve your own sales page. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below.